Welcome to Downstairs Den&D, where we play D&D in the den downstairs. It's not a basement. My name's Billy. I am going to be your friendly dungeon master today, and I am joined by four fantastic players. Normally we have a fifth, but she is taking a little break today, but she will be back with us next Sunday. But those of you who are here, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
What's going on? I'm Meech. I play Tennyson Ward, a Air Genasi rogue.
I'm Chris. I'm playing a Moon Elf Circle of the Land Druid named Elisar.
I'm Edison. I am playing a Tiefling Sorcerer named Barak.
I'm Shane. I'm playing a human monk named Sandithus.
So, Shane, let's talk about this movie. Scoob.
I'm on this thing.
How much did you pay for it?
Okay, so I'm on this kick where I buy all of my movies on YouTube. I don't know why. It's just like the one media outlet I use the most. So I've been buying all of my stuff on YouTube, and I saw that it was on there, so I went to rent it. It's $20 to rent, $25 to own.
What?
So I made the
What?
yeah. Listen to that. So I made the adult decision to just say fuck it, and I bought it.
Okay, so one, that's not the adult decision. Let's talk about it. The adult decision is to be like, this is a children's movie. I don't have children. It's getting panned by critics before it even comes out. And
I don't look at
they're
that.
trying to rent it to me for $20.
But I bought it for $25. Think about that.
Wow.
I am. I'm doing nothing but thinking about it, Shake.
Gosh.
I'm
I
looking
got
at
a
it right
deal.
now.
What do you mean?
There was like a 3-month period before, like, when we were seeing a bunch of movies because we had like AMC's Movie Pass, and it was like the trailer. That trailer was in like every single one, and I always just hated the trailers. And like, I have no desire to see that. Like, I'd watch Scooby-Doo episodes, but like,
I bought Scooby snacks and everything. We had like a movie night. We turned
So I
the
love
living room.
Scooby-Doo.
oh my gosh.
Just the other night, I watched Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and started Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. The 2012 series, I believe.
Great director.
And love the live action ones. From everything I have heard about Scoob, is that it is not a Scooby-Doo movie. I have heard that it is a Blue Falcon movie that features Scooby-Doo characters. I've heard that other than Scooby and Shaggy, the other members of Mystery Incorporated are in like 2 scenes in the film.
Can everybody see that?
I can.
I see it.
These are the Scooby snacks that
I
we bought to watch
I
the
don't
movie.
have them. Actually, they used to have those at my work. So I've
Oh, they're
had them.
good.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Shaped like dog
We've heard-
bones.
Cinnamon.
We
Great.
turned the living room into like a lay down movie theater.
This episode of Downstairs Den&D brought to you by Scooby Snacks.
Right?
And Sirenscape.
Pay us. Somebody give us some money.
Oh yeah, Siren's
I
Gate.
enjoyed it.
That does not appear to be running at the moment. I can't hear it anymore.
I enjoyed the movie.
Good
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. I'm a child.
Yeah, give us your review, Shane. Let's hear it. We've been shitting on you the last few minutes.
Okay. I say out of 5, I said 3.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way to spend an afternoon. Yeah.
It wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed myself.
Is it a 3.5 because you spent $25? Would it be, if it was less, would it be higher rated?
Would it have been a 4 if it had only been $5 to rent?
Probably.
Okay.
It was just nostalgic to me.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
it gets a nostalgia bonus.
Yeah. I've speaking of that, I've been down. Not speaking of that, this has nothing to do with Scooby-Doo, but I've been down to Pain Acres every weekend except for this weekend for like the last month, and it's been fantastic.
I've
Sounds
been wanting to go.
fantastic.
I bought
I
a
have
whole
this
bunch of
Thursday and
camping
Friday
equipment.
off again because I was going to go to a music festival in Illinois this weekend, but that's not happening. So I'm still going to take Thursday and Friday off, and I think I'm just going to go camping again all weekend.
Pretty jealous.
Come on down.
I bought a whole new tent and everything like 2 weeks ago because I was wanting to go.
Come on down.
I did.
Socially distance, people at home. Socially distance. So,
Mhm.
last time on Downstairs Den&D, our group, where did last session start? I'm just going to recap. We're good. So, last time, or not last time, so far, our group was hired by Volothamp Godarn to find his drinking partner, wingman Floon Blagmar, who had been missing for a few days. While investigating and looking for him in the dock ward, the group unknowingly also saved a noble named Renair Neverember, the estranged son of the former Open Lord of Waterdeep. Continuing on, they did eventually find Floon Blagmar in the clutches of a half-orc mage and a mind flayer in the depths of the sewers in a Xanathar hideout. They managed to abscond with Floon and return to the Yawning Portal, where they found Volo awaiting with none other than Renair. Volo, admitting that he is not as asset liquid as he was hoping to be, rather than being able to pay the group the coinage he promised, instead turned over a deed to a property in the North Ward of Waterdeep. Renair expressed some jealousy at their acquisition of Trollskull Manor, a former tavern, as well as other businesses over the city's history. The group, the next day, or Renair offered to possibly invest if the group decided to reopen it as some sort of business, and agreed to meet them at the property in 2 days around midday. The following day, the group went and began to investigate the property, found 3 orphaned street urchins playing in the first floor tap room with what appears to be some sort of poltergeist of a prior owner. At the end of last session, Elisar, our druid, was looking around using detect magic and found an odd aura around the property. Taking a moment to concentrate, found a font of magic out the back kitchen door in the alleyway. And with that, the scene that we open on is Ciendithis. You had other things to do today, so you were not able to join the group in their exploratory escapades of Trollskull Manor.
Mhm.
What were you doing?
That's a good question.
Watching
I
Scooby
had
Doo.
some. No, that's exactly what it was. I had some family business to take care of. The father needed a little bit of help at the shop, so I went home. Excuse me, to go and help him out with that.
Okay. So you went home the night everyone separated from the Yawning Portal. Do we know what ward do you live in?
I don't think so.
Okay. So you go home wherever that is. And probably the trades ward. I mean, that
I'd
makes
say
sense.
so.
Your father's a blacksmith.
Yeah, maybe towards the market.
So what's that typical helping dad look like cut in the morning?
Well, my family is blacksmith, and my father has a lot of higher up clients, and my father takes on way more than he can chew. So my life has been based around helping him and doing everything he needs, and that's kind of why I took this job. Was so that way I can kind of get out of his shadow and get out of the debt that we've been in for years to try and help out the family.
Okay. So I'd imagine your family probably owns a single building in the trade ward. which is typically reserved, is very commerce heavy, always hustle and bustle, even now during the winter months. This is where people go to do their shopping for the most part. Other than that, a lot of the other commercial districts of the city are more neighborhood centered than city centered. So if you all live here as well, you probably own a building, have the business on the first floor, live in the residence above, which is probably fairly uncommon for the trades wars. There's probably a lot of warehouses and factories here as well. The trades war definitely lacks the feeling of community that a lot of the other districts do or have, just because it is a lower residential area. But you all make it. It's allowed your family to prosper and to be able to own they own the house themselves at least, whether they may be still in some debt from those transactions. But you're helping around. After the morning, your father does let you know he thanks you for the help, but says that you can go ahead and take the afternoon off.
Okay. Appreciate that, Dad. And I go and try and find the guys. Continue on.
You head up. You were there when they handed over the deed. So you would go, you know the address, you head up to the North Ward, and head toward Trollskull Alley, which is right here. Kind of the north central part of the North Ward. As you enter the alleyway, coming across Searsoon Street, you will be, let's take a look at the alley here. Coming across through the north entrance, you would see this large manor here, and see that the address on it matches where you were told. This once illustrious tavern sticks out like a sore thumb among the well-maintained buildings surrounding it. 4 stories tall and boasting balconies, a turret, and 5 chimneys, the abandoned building was once one of the grandest in Trollskull Alley. The double doors on the eastern terrace of the building have heavy chains hanging from them but appear to be ajar. In the small courtyard out front, there's a small kind of gated courtyard outside the front door. Between a couple different staircases, there's a couple different entrances to along this eastern facade of the building. Over the front door is a rusting iron signpost. But most interestingly, standing in that courtyard is a short halfling woman wearing kind of a, for lack of a better term, office attire. Thick, heavy, round spectacles adorn her face. A side satchel that appears to be full of a couple different scroll tubes, as she has a piece of parchment out and appears to be kind of looking up at the property and scribbling some notes down. The rest of you find yourselves staring out the back door into this back courtyard of Trollskull Alley. As Elisar, you continue to focus on this font of magic you have discovered. However, after a few moments, the specific aura spot that you managed to locate dissipates. And that all of you are able to sense again is that general aura that you did before.
I guess you guys wouldn't have seen that then. So I would kind of describe
So
it.
you saw this using detect magic. So yes, you would have been the only one able to see it.
I just noticed the elf being very interested in something in the backyard. So What were you so focused on back there?
I was trying to. I don't know if you saw me casting this little spell I know. Lets me detect magical energies, and there was something out the back in this courtyard, but it seems to have. Normally, you can kind of like see kind of like a aura from whatever magical object it is, and there's not really like an object. It's just a general kind of sense of just energy in the area. I don't know if maybe that's related to like what's haunting just the place, or why there's always weird things going on, or Leaf and throwing bottles and whatnot. But it doesn't look like I can easily. You can just kind of get rid of. I don't know. I don't know what's keeping there. And it's like I said, it's gone. It sounds like there's an object that was causing that. So, not that much of an expert in the arcane. I mean, I know some things.
Are you maintaining concentration on detect magic?
Is that a concentration?
Lasts a minute, I believe.
Spells detect magic it lasts 10 minutes actually.
10 minutes. Okay. Are you maintaining? Is it concentration?
It is concentration.
Are you maintaining concentration on it?
Yes.
Okay. As I said, you still sense that general kind of aura that you do when you initially cast detect magic. So the way that works, again, you kind of detect if there's a magical presence, and then you can spend an action to kind of hone in on it. You took the time last session to hone in on it, found that font out back, seemed to dissipate, and you kind of seem to default back to that aura state. Do you try to relocate it?
Yes.
Okay. When you do, you are able to relocate it. However, it is in a let me rephrase that. You detect a similar spot in a different place. It appears to be out front somewhere.
Oh, okay. I guess I would head around we can just walk around that side of the house, right, to get to front?
You can walk around the building, or you can just walk back through the tap room.
Okay, well, I think I found it again, but it's moved. I would kind of move around the outside and kind of motion for them to come with me.
Uh-huh.
Do we still have kids here?
Yes, the 3 children.
Small children are just gonna hear.
A
They were here before. They'll be fine.
short tiefling boy that appears to be dressed like a pirate. A red-haired, pale-skinned, taller, lanky human girl who seemingly cannot hear or speak, and a shorter, slightly younger than the other 2, pudgy, darker-skinned human boy carrying a ratty, dirty, stuffed owl bear around with him. Squidly, Nat, and Jinx are still here with you. So if you were to go around to the front of the building, you would come around to find Ciendithis standing just outside of your courtyard, and that same bespectacled halfling woman seemingly staring down your property. When you come outside, she happens to be face deep scribbling notes onto a scroll, and does not seem to notice you come out.
I came around the side, so just talk to. We'll say, "Hey, it's the end of this.
Hey guys.
Glad you can get off work."
Yeah, sorry about that. Family comes first, you know.
Yeah.
What's this broad's problem?
I don't know. There's actually something. There's an issue inside, and there's something magical. It's all very odd. I assumed that you knew her, but I guess I was mistaken.
As you two are taking a few moments to speak and approach each other, The halfling finally seems to take notice and seems to become kind of shocked when she hears you speaking. Looks up. Did anybody come through the tap room to come out front? Was anybody following Elisar outside?
I probably followed him. If I was
Tamea's
out there.
staying inside with the kids.
Yeah, I guess I'll go just to see what's up.
Okay. So she looks up, sees Baracus come out through the front door, realizing she is kind of suddenly surrounded, seems to become very timid for a moment as you all approach. But the longer she sees all of you and has a moment to take you in, she seems to relax. Oh, you all must be the group that saved Mr. Neverember, yes?
Who's
Yes.
asking?
That's right.
My name is Miss Inkfingers. I am Mr. Neverember's clerk. He sent me to appraise the property for you. He said he was interested in possibly investing. I wasn't aware that you were going to be here today. He told me that he was meeting you here tomorrow and wanted to go ahead and have some initial documents drawn up.
Oh, we just got the paperwork for. We were up in the area getting the deed transferred over, so we figured we might as well check it out while we were here.
Oh, stick. Glad to hear that bit has already been taken care of for the magistrate. Did you all already get registered individually as well? Mr. Neverember said some of you were not local.
Yeah, we went ahead and took care of that.
Yeah, they did that. I mean, I think they're both inside actually still, but in the house. But yeah, they did.
So, Meech, I saw your lips move, but I didn't hear anything.
Meet you're on mute.
I've been muted for a while then. Hello. Go ahead. You're fine.
But everything's taken care of, and we're just. I mean, there are some children in the house, and there seems to be this strange, like, magical energy around here that I've been trying to hunt down. But other than that, we haven't even like gone upstairs yet. We just got here. I don't know, maybe half an hour ago.
Ah, I see. Yes, there's always been strange things going on around this building. I had time to do a little bit of research this morning before I came.
Oh, and did you find anything interesting?
The property's been owned by several people over the past since its construction. At one time it was a tavern. At one time in point it was an orphanage. When it was originally built, it was just one large residential structure. But there's always been rumors of strange happenings. But, I mean, this is Faerun. There's always rumors of strange happenings everywhere.
Yeah, that's about what we've heard, and that's kind of I've heard before. I've heard of this place just living here, and that's about what I knew.
I would be more worried about all of this apparent water damage than I worried about anything weird. As she takes her feather pen and points to a few spots where you can just see on the outer surface there is some siding that needs to be replaced.
Yeah, that place definitely looks like it needs some work done.
What you're saying is that's a lot of damage.
Well, I'm here to appraise the entire property. I don't want to say anything until I get a chance to see it all.
Yeah, that would be. Perhaps we could join you because we have not seen all of it. So.
Perfect. Where shall we begin?
I guess so that energy of do I see it out here? Or...
Yes. So again, you see the same font. Not the same one. It's in a different spot, but the same type of thing. There appears to be toward the center of this outer fronter courtyard a magical hole in the ground that energy just seems to be leaking out of.
Hmm.
And same as before, once you get close enough and kind of stare at it for a moment, it fades, and you go back to just detecting that single aura.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess we would. I can't really pin down whatever's out here, so might as well go back in and just start checking around. There are some, just to warn you, there are some children inside Missing Fingers, so that are
I wasn't aware
playing.
any of you had children.
They're not our children.
You said Miss Ink Fingers. I think you said there's some children inside missing fingers.
She confidently strides in through the front door, walks into the center of the room, sees Demea, sees Demea, does not seem to react to her in any recognizable fashion, and just begins to kind of look around and begin taking notes about the general repair of what she can see, the tables, furniture. You can kind of see her counting things every now and then, walking over to a new corner, jotting down some notes.
I offer her assistance if she needs, like, to move anything or get somewhere that she can't get or anything.
Oh, perfect. So, you all said you've been here for a little bit. Have you explored anywhere other than this area?
No, we've been kind of concerned about the children. Or at least I have.
She hasn't seemed to pay them any mind. When you say that, she just kind of looks at them, again, all three individually, and then just kind of looks back to you. Where to next, then?
Upstairs, I guess?
Stairs from here?
I think they're outside.
So, there are no stairs. As of right now, the first floor is separated into its own unit. The stairs leading to the upper mansion are facing Searsoon Street and lead up from the street to a second floor door.
Have we checked this area yet? Like the little hexagon in the...
That area is just another part of the tap room. That is just the bottom of the turret of the building.
Okay, that's what I figured.
It's just open to the rest of the space. It could possibly be closed off into a private room or whatnot, depending on what you all ended up wanting to do with the place.
I want to offer to escort her into the cellar to make sure there's no foundation issues.
Okay.
Not going underneath the bar?
And when those blocks are bowing in.
Yeah.
She follows you.
I lift the trapdoor.
You lift the trapdoor, and as you open it, you are just immediately hit with the smell of rot and decay. It's the stench of death.
Oh.
Not like something is going to kill you, but just like I said, just like that stench of like decay, rot, mold, more than just dirt, but just like. Yeah.
I want to stick my head down there and see what do I see.
Looking down, you see what appears to be some sort, clearly what is a cellar. The way the stairs go down into this space, let me show you what you see. Scroll down on your map. You see, or here, I can just ping you there. This leading down into a lower cellar.
Okay, I will walk down the stairs.
Walking down into this room, the tap room stairway descends into a dark, damp ale cellar. The smell of acrid ale and mold is almost overwhelming. Dozens of broken casks and barrels line the walls, and thick cobwebs hang from the rafters. A table of brewing supplies sits around the bend in the southeast corner. Let me go ahead and reveal the rest of this little map to you. No, I'm not. An unfurnished doorway leads west into the wine cellar. Oh, the brewing supplies are dusty but usable. Behind the stairs is a very striking fresco. If you were to take a look around, now let me go ahead and reveal this whole space to you.
Is that like a taco with pico de gallo? I think I'm funny.
Oh my god.
It's good someone does.
Well, I honestly don't know what a fresco is other than
You're painting?
the Spanish word for fresh.
So a fresco is kind of like, so if you were to step in here, you would see this, and you would see kind of around the corner here something on this wall. And you see what appears to be a fresco. So a fresco is kind of like a bas relief. It's kind of like a textured painting.
Gotcha.
Where it has, or kind of like a almost like a carved painting, if that makes sense.
$5. That's an entryway to
statue.
Narnia.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a fresco along this wall. And
Is
then,
it-
again, what appears to be a wine cellar through here.
Is this lit and
No, there's no light down here.
do halflings have dark vision?
Um,
Oh, I ask her if I need to light a torch for her.
that is a very good question that you think I know the answer to.
Trying to remember.
Okay.
What was that?
Sorry, I asked Siri. She does not know.
Halflings do not have dark vision.
Okay, I will light a torch for her.
Well, actually, as she descends the stairs behind you, out of her bag at her side, she actually pulls out a 6-inch long, looks like dowel rod, about half an inch wide. Holds it out, says a word, and it emits light.
Cool. I want to investigate the painting or the fresco. The fresco.
So yes, so if you go over and look, behind the stairs is a very striking fresco. Child-sized faces, hands, knees, and elbows have been carved extending a few inches from the stone wall in a way that suggests a group of children of various races running together and emerging from the rocks, perhaps to play.
Progressive.
Give me a perception or an investigation check.
This is a very woke carving. 19.
19.
It appears that there are two pieces. You can tell that there are two spots now that Ink Fingers has brought the light over. She holds it up and is looking over it with you, and you're able to see two spots where there are pieces clearly broken off. Based on what you see, it looks like there's a face and a hand both missing.
Does it look like they were removed like on purpose, or if they just fell off? Or can
It's
I
hard
tell?
to tell. The rest of the pieces don't appear to be broken or decayed in any way. So it would be strange if they just fell of their own, like just fell off on their own.
Does it look like they were broken, or if they were removable pieces?
It does not appear to be designed to be removable.
Gotcha. Can I tell the race of the children who's missing a face or hand?
The one missing a hand is a human, and the one missing a face you can't tell because it's missing a face.
Well, I mean, if it were like a tiefling or something, I would be able to tell stature or like tail.
Fair enough. It's definitely not a tiefling.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, and if I can,
These are also children, so
roughly the same
there's
size.
differences with, especially since it's a carved fresco. It's not painted. There are no colors, so it's hard to tell from a child of the body of a child without a head what they are.
But it's roughly
Racially speaking.
the one missing a head is roughly the same size as the human, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the children appear to be of very similar size.
Gotcha. Okay, is it something that's like, is it carved into the wall, or can I like pick it up or move it?
It's carved into the wall.
Okay.
It's odd.
Yeah, why is it behind the stairs? That's weird. I look for, can I look for like secret switches or something?
Around the fresco?
Yeah.
Sure, give me an investigation check. What's everybody else doing?
I don't think we ever looked at this back room over here.
I'm staring at these weird ass
You're
kids.
gonna go investigate the kitchen. What's Tennyson doing?
Probably just hanging out with the kids with Damia, keeping them entertained.
Ciendithus?
Damia. I'm gonna get it right someday.
Since this is my first time here, I assume I'm exploring. So, is there an upstairs? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do not see any stairs in this area. Yeah, there are no stairs here. Taking a look around, the scent of pungent mildew and sour beer hits your nostrils immediately when you entered. The large tap room is furnished with several broken tables and chairs and an L-shaped bar. An old dusty hearth inhabits the north side of the room. Black ash has spilled from the hearth, and small black vermin footprints are scattered around the floor. Shattered glass and broken shelves surround the bar, and behind it is a padlocked hatch that has been opened to the basement and a pantry to the south. Two large metal hooks adorn the wall behind the bar, although whatever was once hung is no longer there. Over the bar, slightly askew and seeming recently dusted off, is a portrait of several people posing and mostly smiling. A comely pair of halflings, possibly brother and sister, dressed to wait tables, an elf behind the bar setting up a glass, and a large human, heavy-set, mustachioed, holding a cast over his shoulder as he poses for the picture. All are smiling other than the elf, who has a sour scowl. The painting is somewhat amateur and is unlikely to be worth anything. That's what you see Ciendithus in this main room that everyone explored partly last session. Elisar, moving into that southern space, it appears to be a kitchen area. The two heavy iron stoves in the kitchen remain mostly intact, aside from water damage and rust spots from a dripping broken window that has been barred with wood planks. A large, sturdy prep table in the center of the kitchen is dusty and covered in rodent droppings, but otherwise standing. Cabinets once holding kitchen tools have been flung open and looted. The hearth here has a few missing bricks, but a large cast iron cauldron still hangs in place. Inside the cauldron, there is a long abandoned bird's nest. Tennyson, you and Demea are continuing to play with the kids. Nat seems to take kind of special interest in some of your adornments. She kind of points to a few things, and then she'll sign something to Jinx, and Jinx will will tell you that she's asking you about, what's that you're wearing? What's that you're wearing?
Oh yeah, and I've got all sorts of fun little pouches and stuff. Yeah,
and stuff like that.
Why are you blue?
Nat seems very interested in anything that is visibly recognizable as like a anything that makes you instantly recognizable as like a former soldier or man of uniform or anything like that.
Oh, if she's interested that way, I would kind of like dig through like the bottom of one of my packs, and I pull out my old rank patch that showed I was with the purple dragons. I just, I haven't been wearing it because I've been out of the country, so
Mm-hmm.
probably pull that out, show it to her.
She takes a look at it and looks up at you and kind of reaches out to kind of take it to look at it closer.
Oh, absolutely. I would pass it over.
She takes it and starts looking at it, and she signs something to you, which at that point Jinx says, "That means thank you. She'd probably really like it if you said it back." And he shows you how to say thank you in their little made-up sign language.
I'm definitely probably clumsy at it. But
That's
yeah,
fair.
give it a shot.
After a few moments playing with them, you look over and that you see that Demea and Squidly are kind of bickering a little bit. If you pay attention to what it is that they're talking about, it appears that Squidly is asking Demea if she is his mom, and that does not appear to be going over well with her.
Ha.
Baracus in the cellar,
Uh-uh.
taking a look around this fresco, you do not find any indication that this is a door or anything. It appears to be very intricately carved. It is a wonder why it is in a location as it is, as it would surely be something grand and beautiful if, and an attraction up in the tap room. But yeah, you take a look around and you see Ink Fingers wander over into the wine cellar after counting, looking through the brewing supplies in the ale cellar.
I just want to investigate the basement. Just continue, follow her.
All right. So you've already looked around here into the in the ale cellar. Moving over to the wine cellar. Pungent, sour smells fill this stuffy room. Oil lamps hang down the center of the domed ceiling. Large wine barrels line the south and north sides, many broken and leaking. A puddle of sludgy, dark wine has formed in the center of the room. Under one such barrel, you find after a few moments, Inkfinger pulls out a jointed, carved doll of a painted bard. It appears to be very dusty and very worn from time. And it has a small toy harp that only has one of its little wire strings that are not visibly broken. And she sets it on top of a non-broken barrel next to her and continues kind of rummaging around. You see something that she doesn't. On the northern wall, behind some barrels, you barely notice it. However, you see in this corner, there appear to be some spikes jabbed into the wall.
I want to investigate that. I say out loud, "Hey, what is that?" and acknowledge it so she notices it as I walk over and investigate.
She looks over, sees that you're looking at it, and goes back to counting. You go over and approach. You won't need a roll for this to tell you what you see. And what you see is, in the wall, 6 metal spikes in 2 vertical columns, three in each column, set about 3 feet apart in the wall. The 3 in each column aren't directly across from each other, but there's 3, like 2 columns of 3. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
About 3 feet apart. Yeah.
So,
looks like 6 to 8 inch metal spikes just jammed into the wall.
they're not coming from the wall. They were put there.
It appears so, yes.
I don't know. Should I pull one out and see what happens?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay.
To see what your character would think of this.
17.
With your background, and maybe some not so clandestine affairs, you immediately recognize what this is. This is clearly a spiked shut secret door.
Oh, I want to I would assume that like removing the spikes would open the door, or I would have to in order to open the.
You can tell that you would need to remove the spikes in order to open the door, and that you can tell that this door was sealed from this side.
I'm wondering if I should wait until she leaves before I do this.
After a few moments, once she gets over into that corner, she sees you've probably moved a barrel at this point out of the way to get a closer look at what's going on in this wall, and she asks you what you have found. What's going on upstairs at this point?
Oh, you're asking what we're doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not upstairs. So.
Yeah. So I guess I started like going around and finding whatever things that look like they're just barely broken that I can repair with mending and start doing that.
Okay, so you're still kind of looking around here, seeing what's there.
Trying to clean up a little bit.
Are you still concentrating on detect magic? Are you still doing anything with that? Or
No.
have you moved on from that?
Yeah, we've gone from that.
Okay. So yeah, cleaning up around again. It looks like this place has been abandoned for a while. Clearly, if 3 urchins can get in here, this place has been ransacked long ago. Again, some of the stuff that's kind of designed to last, some cast iron cookware, you find scattered about. Some sturdy wooden stuff that wasn't as easily breakable as thin chair legs. You're in a kitchen area, so everything's designed to be a bit hardier furniture-wise. So the furniture in the kitchen appears to be in a better shape than what it is in the tap room, but definitely still in need of cleaning and whatnot. Clearly, whatever food that is left here is spoiled, so it's clear that in addition to the renovations, everything's going to need a very thorough cleaning.
I guess I'm probably looking at all the tables, seeing how many we can salvage.
Okay. You're just looking at them. Are you picking them up, setting them up, whatnot?
Yeah, the ones that are able, stand up on their own. I'm standing them up, swiping them off.
Yep. After you do that a couple of times, you look over and see that a chair that is sitting on its side sits up and rights itself by itself.
I look over at Tennyson. I said, "You see that shit?"
Misham, you're muted again.
There's a
Is
what?
that muting your microphone?
Yeah,
there's a ghost.
Yeah, there's been the kids call him Leaf. He was, I guess, I point to whoever the employee of the month plaque with his name on it or whatever it is.
Ridley chimes up. We don't call him Leaf. His name is Leaf.
He told you his name?
Leaf.
It's on the plaque.
What plaque?
And he points behind the bar, and next to that painting, there is a small plaque that it looks like one of your compatriots recently rubbed off that says Employee of the 10-Day, LIF, Leaf.
I take a chair and I push over the chair that stood up by itself. I don't want to get too close to it, but...
You pick up another chair and knock over the one that righted itself.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it with my hand, so...
When that happens, a tankard from across the room comes soaring at you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shit.
I assume you have a +4.
+3. It's a 9. I'm proficient, though. Yeah, +5. So I got 11.
So 11. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say you get caught in the shoulder and take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my
I
god.
rolled 4 on a D4 for an improvised weapon. It's not my fault.
Okay. It's all good.
Speaking of hit points, Shane, you were not at
Yeah.
last session when everyone leveled up to level 2. So you, first off, you are level 2 now. So let's roll your level 2 hit points real quick. You are a D8 hit die class.
Yes.
So roll a D8.
3.
I only got a 2, so you get 3 plus your Constitution modifier in hit points for second level.
Don't feel bad. I got a 2 last time.
We both rolled a 2 for you. That was fate.
So I get a 3 plus. Add to my hit
You
point-
get
hit
3
die?
plus your Constitution modifier.
Okay. It's not bad.
Where's that
Took
put you at?
4 damage. 15.
It's all right.
It's one more than I have.
And you're a T6 at class.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were we doing? Shane,
I just got hit in the shoulder.
you're a level 2 monk. You get anything cool at level 2?
Yeah, I now have access to key.
Oh, tell us about key.
I can spend key points to fuel various key features, and I can regain them by taking a short or a long rest. But the rest must be over a half. And
Gotcha.
with going level 2, I get a couple cool things called Fury Blows, which basically means I can get an extra 2 attack after I do an attack. I get a little bit of an extra dodge action, and then I get an extra move or disengage action. Plus my
Cool.
movement increases by 10.
Speedy
That
fellow.
sounds
Oh,
fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so you take 4 damage from that. Yeah.
Well, at this point, I'm kind of freaked out.
I just kind of see. Just don't poke the bear, the ghostly bear. Don't. It's a cleaning ghost.
What? It's a what?
I'm starting to pick up that it likes it to be tidy in here.
Sounds like free labor to me.
Well, in that case,
That we
due to the
appreciate a lot. Thank you, ghost, for cleaning.
due to the fear of being hit again, I start picking up the pieces that they threw at me.
Yeah. Okay, so that happens.
And I apologize.
At that point, Elisar, do you come back? Are you still just doing stuff in the kitchen?
I mean, I was trying to just find anything I could magically fix, but
Do you have
I
mending?
probably, yeah, that's what I was planning on doing, like primarily in cleaning while I was doing that.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, you kind of find some. You're able to use that on kind of some basic cookware that you find, like a broken spatula, stuff like that. You kind of get to work to salvaging what you can. You quickly find that you run out of clean places to set non-broken things, if that makes sense. Baracus, Ink Figures comes up and asks you what you found.
Sorry,
Yes.
I missed the last part of that. Jaina muted my headset.
Oh no. You do find some stuff that you can fix with mending, some basic kitchen implements and whatnot, cookware. You do quickly find that you are running out of places to set non-broken things, just because everything is so filthy.
Got it.
But you are able to, if you were to take the time to clear out the bird's nest that is in the cauldron over the fire, it's pretty big. You think you would be able to, if you clean that out, you would be able, that would be a good place to like put all of these utensils that you were fixing up in kind of one place without setting it on like a pile of sludge or something like that.
Okay. I'll do that then.
Cool. So Baracus, Ink Fingers asked you what you found.
I said, "Oh, it's just nothing. There's some spikes in the wall."
Well, that's very strange. It might be foundation issues. Let me have a look. And she holds her sunrod up to see. Well, it actually looks like there's some seams here. Oh, this must be an old sewer access.
Oh. Can I convince her otherwise?
You can try.
Actually, no, I want to, like, say, "Oh, this is weird," and accidentally knock over, like, one of the barrels.
Okay. Just in trying to distract her.
Yes.
Okay. Just give me a deception check.
23.
Ooh, that's good. You manage the keg that you knock over again. You're in the wine cellar, so rather than a keg, you actually knock over a bottle that begins to kind of pool at her feet. She kind of takes a quick step back, takes another look around, and is like, "Yes, it does appear that we are done down here. Nothing else to count." And she goes off. She does not. You do not appear to have changed her mind as to what it is. However, she seems no further interested in it. You know, being from the city, that most places have sewer access from the cellar.
Okay.
Some places they have it barricaded up. Some places they don't. But usually you'll see those places just barricaded up, not barricaded with a secret door put in.
Okay. I want to apologize as she walks away for being so clumsy until she's out of eyesight, and then I want to try to take out the spikes to open the door.
Okay. So you get to work on that. Ink Fingers emerges from the hatch behind the bar and begins to move down through the pantry and towards you, LSR, in the kitchen. She begins to start sorting through the pot that you are putting things into. And from there, what are we doing? So you guys have seemed to have got a thorough exploration of the first floor here. Know what's going on down in the cellar aside from that door.
I would probably suggest we go upstairs, or outside and upstairs with Ink Fingers.
She says she thinks that's a fine idea. And begins walking out the front door. Who's all going upstairs? Demea offers to stay here in the tap room with the kids.
I'm not staying here.
I'll follow upstairs.
All right. So Tennyson's going upstairs. LSR's going upstairs. Ink Fingers is going upstairs. Ciendithis, are you going upstairs, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm getting away from Leaf.
You're also going upstairs. Okay. So, going out onto Cyrodiil Street, you see a couple more things. So, from the view on Cyrodiil, you are able to see that up on the second floor, along this way, there is a balcony. And then the stairs leading up to the second floor doorway.
So is the door locked?
Looking up, if you climb the stairs and take a look, similar to the front door, it is chained. However, this door appears to still have the padlock intact. But along with the deed, Volo gave you guys the keys.
Okay. So I try to unlock the door and go in.
Works just fine. Give me just a moment. I'm just kind of showing. I just want to show you what you guys would have seen already in regards to the second floor. Alright. So again, you can tell that there's a balcony facing Seer Dune as well as the front of the building into the alleyway in Trollskull. Moving in, after opening up, you enter into what appears to be some form of common room. The outside staircase leads up into a large common room. A subtle scent of pipe smoke still lingers here, alluding to late nights of card playing, drinking, and gentlemen's merriment. Hook and nails in the walls suggest that many paintings used to hang in this room. A frayed, musty carpet adorns the center of the room, as well as several small broken tables and stools. Another hearth decorates the north wall, this one in relatively good shape. Intact doors lead north and south.
Okay. So I used to walk in. Is anyone else coming with me, or is Ink Fingers with us?
Ink Fingers follows you, begins taking a look, goes over, starts taking a look at the hearth, begins scribbling notes about Baracus.
I'm trying to open the door.
You are able to remove. Do you have a crowbar or anything? Do you have anything to aid you in removing these?
Sorry, I'm not super. Yeah, I do have a crowbar.
Okay, then yeah, you're able to use that to get these out. And when you do, you have it takes you a few moments, but you feel that you would be able to open this door if you so chose.
I so choose.
You open the door and find a dark 10 to 15 foot corridor that ends in a standard sturdy wooden door.
Huh. There's nothing in the corridor.
Nope. It's about a 10 to 15 foot hallway where the door ends.
I would like to
It
listen.
does not appear to be a standard sewer access from every sewer access you have seen.
I didn't mean to roll 2 more deception checks.
He lies to the sewer.
I did a really bad job of lying to the sewer as well. That first one was a 1.
What are you rolling?
I just hit enter on accident.
Oh,
And
okay.
it re-rolled. I would like to walk up and listen at the.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
5.
5, huh?
Yeah.
You don't hear anything. Surprise, surprise, right?
I assume there's no light coming from like around the cracks or anything.
No light coming through.
I would like to open or check to see if the door is locked.
It is not.
I would like to open the door.
You open the door and just a moment, please.
Stealthily?
And we never saw Baracus again. It's the hallway that led to our basement Tarask.
Right.
It's my favorite kind of Trask.
Where is this freaking thing? I have a freaking thing for this. Hold, please. Why can't I find this? Hold on. This is frustrating.
Oh, the picture of a Tarrasque to show me.
No. Not yet.
What was the stalactite monster that we fought?
A roper?
Yeah, that. That's the only thing I find.
We don't find that. Fine. Freaking thing that you find. Hold on. Might be in. Here we go. Found it.
It's okay. Demea and the 3 children are within shouting distance.
I still have message.
And you see a chamber that is about 30 by 20 feet, extending about 20 feet across from you, extends about 30 feet off to your right. And it seems to be an old meeting space that appears to be very disuse. Everything, like upstairs, covered in dust and cobwebs. But there appear to be maps of Waterdeep hanging on the walls. In the center of the room is a large wooden table with 8 sturdy chairs sitting around it that appear to still be in good repair. This room appears disused. There's a couple tables, parchments. Given your background, you can tell what this is. This is some sort of like planning room. If going around, what do you do?
Yeah, I want to investigate the room for like objects.
Taking a further look around, again, you're seeing. You do see another doorway on the in the far corner. A similar sturdy wooden door. But taking a look around, the maps of Waterdeep. Taking a look, given your background feature, you can tell that these are outdated maps that do not include a lot of recent information or a lot of recent construction and renovations and redoing of streets and whatnot. Undercliff is barely even mentioned on these maps. But some do seem to indicate where whatever group used to occupy this space. It shows where they believe that several Xanathar hideouts are located. Go ahead and give me an investigation check to see what else you find.
15.
Taking a look through some of the parchment, some of it's legible, some of it's not. The most interesting thing that you find that jumps out to you is mention of a list of names of suspected members of a demon cult in Waterdeep.
My favorite kind of cult.
Upstairs in the common room, Ink Fingers again is just kind of moving about, and you guys can continue exploring around. We're going to go ahead and just move things a bit forward here. And I'm going to just show you guys this floor. So off of this main common room, if you were to go, I'm just going to go ahead and describe the floor for you. And you guys let me know if there's anything specific that you want to stop and investigate as you explore, all right?
Okie dokie.
Okay.
So moving north into this den area, light floods in from the cobwebbed barred windows in the northeast turret corner. Again, here the turret, it's just windows all the way around. The smell of smoke is stronger in this room, accompanied by mold. The floor is dotted with burn marks as well as a large sagging section on the east side of the room. A drip of water hits the center of the warped wood rhythmically and comes from an equally sagging portion of ceiling. A doorway to the north leads out a long wood-railed balcony overlooking Seardune Street. The railings are heavily damaged. A second doorway leads to a similar balcony facing westward, looking over the alley. A door in the southeast corner leads down a long, dusty hallway to the master bedroom on the second floor. Looking in this room, two stained glass windows in this bedroom hidden its former beauty. An old tarnished chandelier dangles precariously from the ceiling, and a four-post bed sits in the southeast corner. The bed has been stripped of its linen and mattresses, and only a bare frame remains. A small hearth decorates the eastern wall. Wall sconces are mounted on either side of the hearth, and a small intact dresser sits beside the bed, though one of its empty drawers is missing. Looking out the south window into Trollskull Alley reveals a lush greenhouse with tall, frosted glass windows close by. If you were to then move back through the hallway and move through the southern rooms, moving through this doorway here, you move into the hall. Once a cozy dining hall, now stacked to the brim with various piles of junk. Broken furniture, old crates, and piles of dirty linen make moving through this room challenging. A metal-framed wooden spiral staircase on the west wall leads to the third floor. Looking over the piles of debris, you notice a door leading south to a spare room, as well as stairs leading up to the third floor. Investigating this spare room, working open the stuck door reveals a spare room. The finer linens of Trollskull Manor are neatly stacked into piles here. Some are ripped and moth-eaten, but a few of the better protected sets are still in good condition. Locked double doors lead to a south balcony facing east with ornate iron-spiked railings that overlooks that rear courtyard in the back. A few potted plants have been left out and are long dead. You can get a good view of the east side of the alley from here. And that is the second floor. Baracus, continuing your exploration. Again, a lot of the scrolls have begun to deteriorate. So you're not really, again, general maps of the city and whatnot appear to be outdated, have various amounts of information, could be useful later, could be not. But you have a good feeling you've kind of taken a good once-over of this place. And, yeah, what do you want to do next?
You said I have the names of people who were suspected to be in a demon cult?
Yeah, taking a look there, there are a few names that you recognize, a few noble families, and a few merchants that, yeah, again, you recognize the names of. Give me an investigation check.
That's what the 15 was, unless you want another one.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that over. One name sticks out to you. It is the name of one of your former employers.
Bum, bum, bum.
You know which one.
Do they have a name, or are you just talking about the one?
Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yes.
Have you made up a name for them yet?
No.
Okay.
Steve.
You recognize their name.
Gotcha. Steve Stevenson. I want to put my ear on the other door.
Give me a perception check.
I'm just gonna dig a really deep hole. 20.
You don't hear anything. Except the very faintest kinda... You can't tell if it's... You hear movement. Not individual movement, constant movement. Like the rushing of water or the blowing of wind or something rustling. You just kind of hear movement.
I want to stealthily open the door.
You give me a stealth check.
23.
Rolls are being kind to you today.
I also have a +4 to stealth, so.
That's fair.
You open it, and you see another 15 to 20-foot hallway ending in what appears to be the backside of another secret door.
Since I am closer to the origin of the noise, can I make out what it is?
If you were to approach the other door, I would give you another perception check.
I would like to do that.
I need a dexterity saving throw for the trap in the middle of this hall.
God.
I'm kidding. No. Kidding.
19.
19. It's rushing water on the other side of this door.
Gotcha.
Not rushing, but you can now tell it's moving water.
Probably, I assume, entrance to the sewer.
You would imagine.
Okay.
Based on the sound and as you approach the smell, you would imagine the sewer is on the other side of this secret door.
Okay, I want to turn around and go back.
Okay.
So I'm not going into the sewer by myself.
But you all do seemingly have a secret planning room and sewer access in your basement.
Woo!
So you go upstairs to find only Demea playing with the kids.
Yo, what up, girl?
She tells you the others have gone upstairs.
Gotcha. Are we just gonna? Is this gonna be an orphanage? Is that what we're building it into? I say sarcastically as I walk away.
As you do, Jinx kind of looks over at you and his eyes light up as you exit the door, and I'm assuming head upstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. You join them all up on the third floor. I would imagine right around the time they are all reconvening in the common room after having spread out to explore this space. You all kind of give each other a rundown. I'm assuming we're heading up to the third floor.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell them about the sewer access and room and stuff.
With a razor here.
Oh wait, yeah. Should I not? Yeah, no, I shouldn't do that until after she leaves.
Yeah, Inkfingers is still with you. Actually, Inkfingers goes ahead and starts moving up to the third floor.
Okay. Well, I will quietly tell them about it then if she's out of your.
I probably want to see that before we go. It sounds weird. But we can go to the third floor first.
Cool.
I'm just like, so a secret sewer room
Yeah.
with a demon cult.
With potential people who may be in a demon cult. Or actually, I specifically leave that detail out.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Neat.
And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a break.